All right. Do I still remember how to do this? Let's hope so. What is up, guys? I'm Naptown Nerf, and this is an unboxing and review of the Nerf Rival Edge Series Saturn. All right, you guys, so obviously I haven't done a video in a little while, but I'm back. I'm not sure how often I'll be doing videos because life is a little hectic right now, obviously, but a lot of things have been going on in my life. I just have a lot going on, including my main job getting a lot busier and a lot of house projects and obviously just other life stuff that I don't really want to go into detail about, but nevertheless, I'm back with a review of the Nerf Edge Series Rival Saturn, and I think this blaster looks pretty sweet, so I had to pick one up to do a review for you guys, and let's check this baby out. So obviously this thing is basically a reshelled takedown, but in a really cool shell, so pretty darn sweet. Has a stock, definitely pump action just like the takedown is. We will see if that grip is any better or not in a second. Walmart did a good job and already screwed up my box for me, unfortunately, but oh well. This thing also comes with an interesting target that we will have to check out, but this thing definitely looks pretty darn cool, and definitely I think will be sweet when painted in a little different color, unless you're digging the lime green. But comes with 10 rival rounds and is going to be evidently almost 3 feet long, so pretty long blaster. Let's go ahead and check out the back of the box. Shows you the blaster, this guy holding it, shows you a little larger picture of the target. Says it's 32 inches, so pretty sweet. Let's crack her open. So one thing I almost missed on the back is it says it has slam fire, so that is something a little different than the takedown that is added to this blaster, so not a complete reshell, which is pretty cool. If you're digging the slam fire feature, I think it's a nice addition, and we'll definitely have to check that out. So now let's crack this thing open. All right, some assembly are required, but we do get our base blaster with a stock that we need to attach, so we'll just go ahead and do that. This will probably be permanent once doing so, but you kind of need the grip, obviously, to use this blaster, so unless you want to integrate something else, I would say go ahead and do that. There we go. We're set now. You also get your 4 pieces for your target, some direction, 10 rival rounds, and another couple pieces to assemble your target. We will go ahead and assemble the target now, I guess. See how that works. All right, looks like these guys just slide in here. You should be able to remove them if you want to at a later date. There you go. There you have it. All right, there is our blaster, and it is a very large shotgun, and I think that is pretty darn awesome. Or I guess you could call it a rifle. I don't believe it shoots more than 1 round at once, so I guess it just depends on how you want to look at it, but pretty darn cool. Nevertheless, I do love the way this thing looks. The grip up front is massive. I think it is a little bit better than the takedown. Obviously, it has some texturing down there to give you a little bit better grip. But if you want to upgrade the spring load, may be an issue. It's hard to tell without upgrading the spring load, but it seems to be just fine. I didn't really have a problem with the takedown too much, honestly, in stock form, but other people do. Nevertheless, we have our rival rail on top here, which is pretty sweet. We do have a loading door on top, just like the takedown, so that's where we load our 10 rival rounds into. We'll go ahead and do that. You do get the lime green edition with the Edge series here. And we're set there. We do have a nice pair of iron sights on top here that is pretty cool. Looks pretty nice. Lots of really cool detailing. We do have a trigger lock here, so if we push that down, we cannot pull our trigger. we pull it back, then we can, and we are ready to fire, so I will not do so. But we do have a priming indicator back here that is pretty easy to see, which is nice. That is actually probably one of the most visible I can remember on a rival blaster, so that's pretty cool. The grip is pretty comfortable. The stock length is probably pretty good for me, but I could see like larger people maybe having an issue with it, but it is definitely not too bad. It's nice and tight, which I like for a pump action blaster. So I guess it's just personal preference there, but it definitely isn't horribly short by any stretch of the imagination, so that's good. We do have a sling point back here on that stock attachment, and I don't believe we really have another one on the blaster. I guess there's a little thing here, but I think that's really the only place that looks like is a true... Oh, I guess this is a sling point attachment, kind of hidden there. So I guess you could sling your blaster up there too if you wanted to. So that's pretty sweet. You have those options. We do have a jam release button here, a depriming button. If you have a jam, you can't deprime your blaster, you want to use that guy right there. Pretty standard stuff on rival blasters. So let's go ahead and fire this thing off. Always hard to keep track of those rival rounds indoors. Does have slam fire, so we'll try that. Seems to be working pretty well. You know what? Let's go ahead and take this thing outside, put it over the chronograph in the range, and see what kind of performance we're getting. All right, let's go ahead and first see what this target's all about. Hopefully it works okay out here in the grass. Hopefully I can hit it. It's not too small, but that worked out pretty well. See, and it rolls there. A little low. There we go. Oh, not enough force. Still not enough force. Well, probably works better indoors, but I'm hitting it. It just doesn't want to roll over. Yep. But you guys kind of get the idea. Let me go ahead and see if I can move it and see if it'll work a little bit better here. Grab a couple more rounds. I'm sure it'll work better on a slicker surface, but yeah, it's kind of neat that they add targets into this series. I think that's fun. Definitely have some cool ones, but there we go. Maybe if I could just get closer, it'll probably help. It's kind of like cheating. Halfway roll. There we go. There we go. So pretty interesting design. I think that's kind of neat. Definitely a neat addition, and I think $40 for this whole package isn't too bad, so don't really mind the addition of that, but let's go ahead and see what this thing's got over the chronograph now. All right, you guys, so hopefully you're enjoying the review of the rival Saturn. We're gonna put some shots over the chronograph in just a second, but if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and smash that like button for me. It really helps out the channel and helps out the video, and if you are enjoying me being back making videos for you, go ahead and make sure you're subscribed and ring that bell for notifications, so then you will definitely be alerted to when I post a video. Given that my schedule is a little crazy, I can't really guarantee you a permanent schedule, but I hope to get a video out once a week, but don't hold me to that. But let's go ahead and see what this thing gets over the chronograph. All right, let's see how this thing does. 95. 99, 100, 101, 96, 99, 100, 99, 97, 98, and we're out. Let's go check out those ranges. All right, so ranges were pretty good. Accuracy was a little bit left and right for this blaster for whatever reason, but nevertheless, you know, pretty typical rival performance FPS wise. You know, mid to upper 90s there. We got 60 feet there, 62 to about 65 feet right here with the four or five of them there. So that's pretty good. Another couple here up closer to that 68 to 69 foot range, and then this one a little past 70, and that one went just short of 73 feet. So, you know, pretty standard, pretty typical performance. We'll go ahead and take some shots with slam fire and see how that affects the range. All right, we'll go ahead and do 9 shots slam fire. Looks like the ranges were pretty good. Obviously, we have some roll with these rival rounds. That's pretty standard though, so take that into account. But ranges seem to be fairly similar. We're a little shorter here on the short end at 56 feet, but we obviously have a bulk there around that 61 to 63 foot range, so maybe just a few feet shorter. But you know, it's also hard to keep this perfectly level when slam fire, so that could affect things too. So we may have lost a few feet there, but still pretty darn good performance. I can tell you when we slam fire really rapidly, you do have a little bit of slipperiness on this grip. So not a perfect grip, but definitely not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. I put grip tape on my takedown. This one's going to be a little bit harder to do so cleanly because of these grooves, but and also it kind of will ruin the look of that wood look if you like that. But you know, there's definitely going to be 3D printed parts, I'm sure, for this if you want you know, a better grip on there. So that's obviously not something I would say should keep you from purchasing this blaster. I think it looks awesome. I'm sure a lot of people will integrate stocks on the back here that are going to be pretty darn cool. I may do that if I ever get time, but really like the looks of this blaster. I love the feel of it. Grip is very comfortable. Really don't have too much negative to say about it. It's a really cool blaster. For 40 bucks, I think that's a solid price. You can pick this up right now at walmart.com. I'll put a link in the description box below. Make sure you are subscribed. Like I said before, ring that bell for notifications, smash that like button. And as always, guys, peace out.